Okay, good morning guys. Welcome back to another rookie driver test route that we're going to be doing today. Bit of a different one today, in that this is going to be a national speed limit one, so different roads to be taken into account, a little bit of urban driving, rural driving, and a bit of a strange roundabout as well to be taken into account. So without further ado, let's get into it. So once again, I'm at the test centre and we're starting off from there. So just looking around to make sure it's safe and clear, and then coming up to the end of the road here, looking and indicating right, and coming back out onto the bumpy road as normal. So you have been told at the end of the road to turn left, and then at the roundabout to turn right. Second exit. So central left mirror check, indicate left, about 8 to 10 car lengths away. Drawing round, following the curb, gently coming up, looking right and left, nothing about, so I'm going to carry on through. And then I was told at the roundabout to turn right, second exit. So central right mirror check, indicate right, into the right hand lane, start looking right and left, making sure it's totally clear, round the roundabout, not over the top of it, and central right mirror check to make sure it's safe and clear from behind. So I'm going to come up to another roundabout now, and we will be turning left first exit at that roundabout. So just after the garage, central left mirror check, indicate down, checking the zebra crossing to make sure it's clear in front of me, looking to the right and left for the roundabout, and carry it on through. Checking my central right mirror to make sure it's safe and clear. So you've been told to bear to the right of your lane, checking the pedestrian crossing ahead, both sides, making sure it's clear. And as you can see from my road positioning, I have got to the right hand side of the lane. Red light ahead of course, so checking my mirrors on approach and gentle braking for the red light. Just a general keep looking around, making sure it's safe and clear. Nice clear roads today, and just a quick check to the right just to make sure it's clear and no one's jumping the lights. And you've been told to follow signs for Flackwell Heath. So we can see there the sign for Flackwell Heath. They could have also said take the second turning on the right, which this is. So mirrors indicate right, filter lane to get into for the right turn. Checking my mirrors to make sure it's safe. Keep indicating all the way down. In theory you could say, well, you're in the lane, turn right, so there's no reason to indicate, but I always like to indicate. If I'm turning right, I indicate right. So just keep a general check around to make sure that it's safe and clear. Checking my mirrors, just a quick check down the road, make sure no one's jumping lights, look into the road. And there is a road, a Y junction coming up on the left, just to make sure no one's going to come flying out of there. .30-mile-an-hour speed limit now. Keep checking the mirrors. We can see a pedestrian crossing coming ahead. So nobody on the pedestrian crossing. Keeping at 30 miles an hour. And we have been told to take the next turning on the right. So as soon as I see it, I'm going to indicate for it, gentle braking. Just see it coming up now, so central right mirror check, indicate right. Checking into the road, checking ahead, and big turn into the road. Checking my centre and right mirror to make sure it's clear. Checking my mirrors to come out, mirrors to come back. End the road, turn left. Following the curb round, no give way line here, so just a gentle pull up, looking right and left. And at the end of the road again we're going to turn left. So mirrors can indicate. Following the curb round, parked cars the other side, so I've got to be cautious of anything on the left. Anything on the left would have been coming down on my side of the road I'm emerging onto, so I've got to be careful with that. And now I've been told to turn right at the roundabout. Hopefully this guy's going to look at me. So, mirrors, centre and right indicate right. I'm turning right, fourth exit. Now this doesn't seem like a roundabout. It's an enormous roundabout, but it is nevertheless a roundabout. So you should keep indicating right, and keep indicating right all the way around, because you are turning right at a roundabout fourth exit. And the car ahead of us may not know what we're doing if we're going to just carry on not indicating coming round, and of course they would just pull out in front of you. So that would be a fail on test. Keep indicating all the way round, and then central left mirror check, indicate left. Coming round. Now it's still 30 miles an hour here. Lots of people tend to start to speed up now, and then of course they're speeding because it is a 30 mile an hour zone. So continuing at 30 miles an hour, and I can see a national speed limit sign coming up. So as I go through, I'm going to be checking my centre and right mirror. Nothing there, so they would expect you to have a significant increase in speed if it's safe and clear to do so. A bit bumpy this road, I'm afraid, so hopefully it's not interfering too much with the cameras. And roadworks ahead, but hopefully we can just carry on through. Centre right mirror to come out, and then we've been told to turn left. So centre left mirror check, indicating no speed change coming into this road, so it remains national speed limit, but this one I know is a little bit windy. So the overriding factor of any speed limit is that you must be able to stop easily within the distance you can see in, and that overrides any speed limit that you've seen. You must always be able to stop easily within the distance you can see. Plus of course I've got this van now coming down in front of me. He won't be doing the speed limit, so I'll just keep a safe distance behind him. So this is a test route road, and it has a very nasty sting in its tail at the end of it. That hopefully you'll be able to see in a few moments. Keeping my distance from the van, checking my mirrors all the time going down, making sure it's safe and clear. Of course these test routes aren't incorporating any reversing manoeuvres. I'll be looking at filming those a little bit later on. So just keep checking the road, checking the signs. We can see now a sign there that says road narrows 100 yards ahead both sides, slowing the road. Lines in the middle of the road have got longer, gaps got shorter, so there's everything telling me danger ahead. Give way to oncoming vehicles, weak bridge, so slowing right down, checking as much as I can possibly see, keeping well to the left, slow, keeping well. Now I can come through there without that being a problem, so just carry on through. And we've been told to turn left at the end of the road. So mirrors indicate left, and then indicator off. Got to be very careful around here. Lots of parked cars, got to be able to judge what's going on here. Again, rather bumpy all around these roads. Checking the roundabout, going to go ahead of the roundabout, but just checking to the right. Lots of people don't actually look right at that roundabout, and then of course it's bad news at the end of test. So again, this looks like a roundabout set up ahead. It's not, it's just a through road, but just to make sure that everything's safe and clear. Now you've been told to turn left at the traffic lights, or more often than not you're following a sat nav at this point. So the sat nav will be saying turn left at the lights, then ahead keep right, which I'll explain what that is and what that means in a moment as we come round. So we are going to come round turning left, and again the sat nav will be saying to you keep right, ahead keep right. So just a quick sneaky peeky to the right, making sure it's safe. So the rule is you'd be in the left hand lane at all times unless you're turning right or overtaken, and you can see a lane now appeared on the left, but that's only for the retail park. So that's why the sat nav is shouting at you ahead keep right, because it doesn't want you to go into the left hand lane. You could use the right hand lane here, but of course the rule is use the left hand lane. Now a little bit of a difficulty down here because two lanes here going ahead merge into one lane ahead, so it's merge in turn, but do check your right mirror and your centre mirror to make sure it's all safe. So part-time bus lane now, and it's a weekend so the bus lane isn't in operation. Checking my mirrors to come out and come back. So checking my mirrors on the right. I'm in two lanes now, so I will indicate to come out. Checking my mirrors all the time to make sure it's safe. Lights are green so I can go through. Going to go ahead first exit at the roundabout. So gentle brake in, checking the roundabout ahead and to the right. And then just checking my mirrors on the left to make sure it's safe. Again, keep it in the bus lane now, 30-mile-an-hour road. Sure what speed he's doing, but it's well above 30. So checking my mirrors again now because two lanes go into one, so I want to be knowing what's going to come around my right hand side. And there's a roundabout going to come up shortly that we've been told to go ahead. So the sat nav would actually say to you go ahead second exit, but it is actually the first exit because for some reason it's seeing the cricket ground as the first exit, but this is ahead coming down here. So looking to the right and ahead, keeping round to the left. Checking that pedestrian crossing, make sure it's clear. Again, keeping in the bus lane. So, being very careful now. So 30 miles an hour again down here. You may be able to see on the digital display on the left hand side screen I am actually doing 30, but there's plenty of people overtaking. So again it's going to break into two lanes. Again you'll be told nothing, so stay in the left hand lane until you're told otherwise. So now you could be told there's multiple roundabouts ahead. We're going to go ahead at the first roundabout right at the second roundabout, left at the third roundabout to go past Wycombe Hospital. That's ahead, right and left. So checking right and ahead to make sure it's clear, and carrying on through. Now mirrors centre and right indicate right, come to the right hand lane. So again now checking right and left, right and left, right and left. There's a blocker there I'm going to use, the red car. Centre and left mirror check, indicate left, come to the left lane. Looking to the right and left, check the zebra crossing, make sure it's clear. And check my centre and right mirror as I pull out from the junction. So you may be able to see these differences in road colour coming up this road. They are not pedestrian crossings. They're called facility crossings, so you don't really have to stop. But I always tell my pupils to be very careful with them, because people do see them as a pedestrian crossing and they will just walk out. So we've been told to turn left, so centre and left mirror check, indicate down. Checking just to the right to make sure no one's zooming up and coming round. Indicator straight off while you're indicating at that crossroads, and checking my mirrors to come down the road. Centre and right mirror to come out slightly, centre and left mirror to come back in, and you've been told at the end of the road where it meets the main road to turn left. So centre and left mirror check, indicate left, gentle brake in, keep braking gently, follow the curb round, and this is quite a closed junction here, so you would normally stop just to make sure it's safe and clear, wouldn't normally just carry on through. Centre and right mirror check so I know what might be coming up behind me. And again 30 mile an hour road. So lights on that pedestrian crossing obviously aren't working. Speed camera coming up the hill now. Checking my mirrors all the way up, watching that black car on the right just in case they pull across my side. Mirrors centre right, mirrors centre and left for the parked cars. All the time mirrors. Mirrors centre and right. Remembering that you will be pulled up several times on the left hand side of the road. They'll say to you, pull up on the left at a safe place. It's for you to define safe, legal and convenient, and then they'll be checking on how you pull off to make sure it's safe. You've been told to take the next turn on the left, so centre and left mirror check, indicate, and check it into the road. Now quite often they'll ask you to do a hill start here, and that's quite a feat. So if you're out training with your parents, friends, whatever, do make sure you do some severe hills like this on hill starts, because if you get this one on your test and you're not able to pull away at all, the test could possibly be cancelled and the examiner just say, I'm sorry, the test has now finished, and they'll get out the car with the keys and walk back. So you've been told to take the next turning on the right, mirrors that indicate, and this mainly is just a roundabout two-way, but just to come round to get you back on the road to go back to the test centre. Keep looking all the way around to make sure it's clear. last thing you want to be doing is coming around this road and find something going the other way and you haven't seen it, so then you've been told to turn left at the end of the road. So you've got to be careful here, because you may see hopefully that there's cars parked the other side of the road. Anything coming down on my left will actually be on my side. So nothing coming now, so carry on through. And checking my mirrors all the time as I come round, following the road round to go back down the hill. We quite possibly have just carried out a hill start on. Centre and right mirror check to come out. Centre and left mirror check to come back. Gentle braking, mirrors indicate left. Carry on through. Centre and right mirror check just to see if anything's coming up behind. And told right to turn right at the roundabout, so mirrors indicate right. Nasty little roundabout this one, can hardly see to the right as you approach. Quite a lot of people fail their test on this one. And you've been told to take the next turn on the right, so again centre and right mirror check, indicate right. Got to judge whether I can go in front of that lorry. I should be able to, no problem. So carrying on round. And we're coming back down that road towards the test centre where the test will be completed. So again, I remind you that potentially you could do an emergency stop down this road. I've seen that done 2 or 3 times now, and you'd be told to go through the green gates at the bottom. So that's where you would turn into the test centre that you may be able to see in the camera, the forward facing camera on the right. So that would be the test completed. Obviously, as I said before, you would not I'll rephrase that, you would be asked to pull up on the left several times. You would do one reversing manoeuvre. You possibly would also do a emergency stop, which all takes a little bit more time. But basically that's it. Not too difficult, that one. Few difficult parts that I explained hopefully fully. Any comments you have on the route that we've carried out, then do tell me and we'll have a look at that. I'll try and answer all comments, and hopefully I can get out and do another test route soon. Thanks very much. Please subscribe for more and turn on the notification bell so you'll get all the reminders come through when I've put more test routes onto the system. Thanks very much.